Hey friends, I'm Laura. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on day 8 in my gratitude documented mini album. You could see day 6 and 7 there, and I flipped the page to get started on day number 8. And I love the way I am starting off this particular page. As you can see here, I've got this photograph and I printed it off twice. And the letter that I'm holding in my hand, I cut out of the second photograph and I attached it over the first photograph, but only in the middle. That way it kind of folded up off of the page and jumps off the page at you. I think it adds a lot of dimension and a whole lot of fun. It's almost like a pop-up or an interactive element. And that works so perfectly because that part of this photograph is documenting a monumental moment for me in this season of life. That piece of paper had my score from my state licensure exam I took in order to become licensed as a mental health counselor after getting my master's degree. And it was my very last step in getting my license. I had already done all of my application, had already finished all of my internship and all of my, my degree, which took a long time. And this was like the final step to apply for getting my provisional license, getting started in my career. And you have to pass the exam, and they only offer it twice a year. And I have heard stories about people not passing it before. And I was really, really concerned and really worried. And also, this happened right after my dog had died. So I was actually scheduled to take the exam like 2 weeks after my dog had died. And I was so brain dead in that season. I felt like that would be absolutely impossible. I was not retaining any information at all. I couldn't recall information. I think I was just so mentally and emotionally maxed out on the feelings and processing this really unexpected, horrible thing that happened. They only offer the test twice a year, and it's in 2 different time windows. So you can take it from mid-October to mid-November. There's that time window. And then you can take it in sometime in May, like the May-June time window. It's like 2 months out of the year that you can take it. And if you don't sign up in time, or if you miss your exam, or if you don't pass it, you have to wait a whole another 6 months until the next exam is given before you can take it again. So this is like a really big deal. I'd finally finished my degree and needed to start working. And if I didn't pass this, I would just be sitting there like twiddling my thumbs, working some horrible minimum wage job until I could take the test again. So there was a lot of pressure. I was doing a lot of studying. And then this thing with my dog had happened. And so I called them, and I was able, so thankful for this, I was able to push my exam back 2 weeks because it was still within that month window in which they do the exam twice a year. So thankfully, I was able to push it back a little bit, and that just gave me a little bit more distance from the event of losing my dog in order to just have more brain capacity to take this test. And I am so sorry if you hear my dog in the background. He is whining because my husband just got home from work, and he is very excited to see him. Anyhow, so this exam, so much pressure, really high stakes, and the circumstances surrounding it were so challenging and so difficult. And I was really worried I wasn't going to pass because I had taken some practice exams and I did so poorly because I was so distracted and I couldn't recall information because of how deep my grief was and how much capacity that required of me at that time. And so thankful I was able to push the exam back. What I have in my hand in this photograph here is my score from that exam. So I took the exam and I found out immediately afterwards, not only did I pass the exam, but I did like way above what I needed to get to pass. And I was so happy and so relieved and so proud of myself. And this was me achieving that. Very much needed in that season. That was so difficult to have this one thing that was so good happen. So that is what my day 8 documents, and did so much journaling about that moment and how significant it was. And then you can see I just did a few little embellishments there with some different stickers and of course my number for the day. I hope you've enjoyed this day and this story and my gratitude documented. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.